the southern plains, snuggled in the dips and swoops of the Nilgiri hills, lies a perfect trifecta of hill stations: Ooty, Kotagiri and Coonoor. The colonials may have been a retreat, but they left a charm that has endured. Now this is exactly what hill station holidays are made of. A steaming cup of cocoa in my hand, sitting next to this beautiful fireplace. Welcome to Coonoor. In India's historic south, there's a story lurking everywhere. The Taj Gateway is exactly that, a portal into the past. Once upon a time, this perfectly preserved colonial property used to be a priory attached to the All Saints Church next door. This hotel lives and breathes in its gorgeous gardens. And these great outdoors are absolutely epic. A fairy tale that you can just wander and drift and roll through.
But as Enid Blyton taught us, all good stories need a picnic. Maybe with a little grown-up twist in the tale. Courtesy the Taj Gateway.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Well, I have everything that I need, so now all I need to do is kick off my shoes and just relax. With a full belly, I'm ready to make my own story and choose my own adventure. And with treks and trails winding through the Nilgiris like so many threads of plot, all I have to do is pick one. They all have towering firs and low ferns and a motley of the nearly 3,000 flowering plants that stipple the Nilgiris with their subtle blue hue. There are some spectacular forest trails just like this one to be found all over Coonoor, and they all have very intriguing names. The one that I'm on right now starts at Lamb's Rock. Next stop, Dolphin's Nose. But all good stories must have a strong perspective, and I'm still making my way to mine. Picked a path, and now I need a viewpoint. Aha! A viewpoint. There it is, Catherine Falls. I think Dolphin's Nose is a great place to come if you want an entire 360-degree panoramic view of the Blue Mountain Valley. There's nothing blue about how I'm feeling, because I know what happens in the next chapter. Dinner. Wow, this is such a great spread.
Yes, indeed it is. Charo in the Gateway Hotels. Now we've introduced the regional homestyle food.
Okay.
And the regional homestyle food is predominantly the Badaga cuisine.
Badaga cuisine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Badagas are the predominant inhabitants of this district.
All right.
In fact, this food is very simple. And let me just explain it to you.
Yeah,
Since you
it looks
have
so
the
good.
non-vegetarian platter.
So we'll start with
that's
this.
the chicken, which is called koi udaka.
I'm going to just sample it because
Yeah,
it
do
just
that.
looks so good.
Yeah, that is actually called the gasudoti,
All right.
which is basically made out of potato and maida. Now going on to the other vegetables.
Yes, this one. This looks really
That's
interesting.
called Nilgiri kaikari.
Nilgiri Kaikiri.
Yes, kaikari is basically vegetables, mixed vegetables,
Okay.
and then Nilgiri is the place where
place
we
where
hail
it's
from,
grown.
and that's how it is. And then I'm sure that it'll all be a complete and a happy meal for you.
Excellent. I think we should just dig in. The Badagas are a tribe that's been here a long while, so they know their way around. And not just in food matters, as I find out. nothing quite like being a newcomer, welcomed by the oldest inhabitants, slip-sliding into a story that's set to music expressed through dance. I feel like the hero of a story as old as these hills. Nothing like waking up to a large, fragrant, refreshing cup of tea.
Hello.
How about a large, fragrant, refreshing tea garden?
When visiting Coonoor, a trip to a tea plantation is a must-do. The plantation that I'm in right now is more than a century old. What a beautiful place! 300 acres of flourishing Nilgiri tea. This plantation alone yields more than 1 million packets in a year.
Now the story of Nilgiri tea. It's a bestseller, I tell you. This chai, one of the most potent and powerful in the world.
Tea can be plucked throughout the year. But since this is peak season, the same plant can be plucked once every 10 days. And since I am such a big fan of tea and I'm rather inspired by where I am right now, this is something I've always wanted to do. Ta-da! It's a very delicate plant, so you gotta try and get just 2 leaves and a bud. And do this whole thing without ever touching the leaf. You only touch the stem. And the trickiest part of all is getting it straight into the basket.
Oh, you think you can do better? Trust me, there are major skills involved.
And they're really fast.
To tell a story well, you really have to step into character. And these marvelous women, whose livelihood this is, show me what it is like to spend some time in their shoes.
But everything comes full circle, and a deep immersive yoga session here at the Taj Gateway with venerable in-house instructor is exactly what I need to find my center. That's important because I'm about to embark on a journey, and all the books tell me that all journeys begin within yourself.
At the old station in Coonoor, the little toy train, the Nilgiri Mountain Railway, switches from steam to diesel, but otherwise chugs along quite like it has done since 1908. And set within the frame of these windows, reality takes on a figmented, unreal quality. The rocky terrain, the tea plantations, the forested hills, all look like painted backdrops for a child's train track set. And it makes me want to squeal like a child.